On today's episode of Compression, which water... No, I screwed that up. On today's episode of Compression, which is the best wheel and tire cleaner for your ride? We're gonna find out. Now, if you guys are like me, then chances are you really like cleaning and detailing your cars, which is why one of the most crucial products that you're going to be looking into is a wheel and tire cleaner. Now, I just want to clarify right as we start this episode that we are not going to be testing wheel and tire shine products. We're going to be testing wheel and tire cleaners. That's the stuff that's designed to get the brake grime and, the road grime, the brake dust, all that nasty stuff right off the wheels, and it's supposed to make them look absolutely fantastic. So we're going to be testing 3 of the best wheel and tire cleaners that we can put together and determine which one's the best. The wheel and tire cleaners that we'll be testing today are as such. Number 1, Meguiar's. Chances are you pick this stuff up off of the common shelf of the common big box retailer, and it'll probably get the job done no matter what you want. It's my wheel and tire cleaner of choice, and it's also purple, which is pretty cool in its own right. Wheel and tire cleaner number 2 is something much more common, and you've probably heard of it, which is Armor All Quicksilver Wheel and Tire Cleaner. It comes in a silver bottle, which isn't nearly as cool as the purple, but let's be honest here, it cuts through the crap, it's Armor All, it's cheap, and it'll probably get the job done in one way or another, which is exactly why it made the list, and it's exactly why we're testing it. Wheel and tire cleaner number 3 is something a little less conventional in its own right. It is, to put it bluntly, water and dish soap. The reason we're testing it is because it's really cheap, it's really easy to make, and truth be told, dish soap is an excellent dissolvent in its own right, so hopefully it should also get the job done. All of these products will be tested as well using this simple tire brush that we purchased for about $5 from our local hardware store. For this particular challenge, we'll be cleaning the front wheels of my 2001 Nissan Xterra, which are covered in brake dust and road grime from the last few months. We'll also be dividing the wheel into 4 different sections using this painter's tape, so that way we can better visualize what the different wheel and tire cleaners are doing when we use them. Alright guys, since Meguiar's requires the most amount of mess because we actually have to spray water on it, we're going to be doing this one first, and we're going to be using it on the very bottom. Other tire cleaners, in theory, you don't have to actually wet the tire. This one though is a little bit different, so we're going to do that first. So now we have to let that sit for 30 seconds. So that appears to be working just fine, so now we're going to hit it with the brush. So let's just do something like that. Then we're going to rinse. Now already there's a huge difference, quite a big difference between, let's do the bottom of the shiny, control. Now there's still some spots that I missed. Like in here, there's still quite a lot of brake dust and grime. We're going to do Armor All Quicksilver. Remember, we're doing this on the left side of the rim because that's the spot that's most out of the way. So, make sure it's actually on. Now, we actually have to let the Armor All sit for about 5 minutes in order to soak in and remove any dirt. So while it's soaking, I'm going to dig out the next part of the experiment, which is my personal favorite, soapy water. So next is the one that I'm doing because it's going to be funny. And that is my all-purpose spray bottle, courtesy of Target. And we're going to be spraying the right side of the rim, and we're going to see how that works. I got some residual runoff to the Meguiar's side, but that's alright. And with that, I'm just going to start scrubbing that immediately. And we'll fall on over once again. Back and focus on the camera. Now we're going to use the brush and agitate, and look at that. Look how nice that is already. This is nothing more than regular dish soap and tap water. We're going to do that, and now we're going to rinse. Not as good as the Meguiar's, but still a very big difference, which is kind of comical. So, But you guys can see there's already a big difference. Now the Armor All side has probably been soaking long enough. So I'm going to jump in there with my brush. So we have ourselves brush to Armor All. That's what we're going to do. So that's done. Alright, well, there we have it, guys. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I'm going to put the tape back. As a matter of fact, I would say, in regards to the overall cleanability of it, I actually think they're all pretty equal with each other. Now, that's kind of scary, because soapy water is basically free. Like I said, but you guys can see there's really not that much of a difference. There's definitely some spots of soapy water that I missed. There's like spots in here that are still dirty. And that crap is not coming off there. That's pretty solid on there. So the soapy water, I guess, didn't break it down as much as we would like it would. Meguiar's my personal pick. My preferable thing. Well, I'll have to say, Armor All held its own. So I would say it's a pretty good tie between Armor All and Meguiar's. I really don't think that there's any indisputable evidence to show that one's superior to the other, especially when you compare it to the standard wheel, which is horrible. So there you have it. While there's no doubt that the soapy water did an okay job on the wheel, and unfortunately didn't really get into the nooks and crannies or remove all the brake dust that I would have liked it to. The Meguiar's, on the other hand, did a pretty good job, but it also requires the use of water and basically a hose, which may not be accessible to you if you're trying to clean your wheels on the fly, like before a car show. The Armor All, on the other hand, arguably was equal to the Meguiar's, and it also doesn't require water, so if you're trying to clean on the fly, I would vote for that one. But there's no doubt that all three of these are an awful lot better than letting the wheels be dirty from a lifetime of driving. Which one are you going to pick? I'll let y'all decide.